Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. And if you are watching this, you are blessed, you are highly favored, you are loved. You know how you know? Because you're still here. There's somebody in the grave that would love to trade places with you or me. There's somebody in a bad predicament that would love to trade places, even if you're going through something now, something even worse. You know what I'm saying? But we are still here to live, to fight, to love, to be better, to praise the Lord another day. And so let's just always practice being grateful. And I'm talking to myself too, like I always tell y'all. Now, let's get straight into it. Earlier today, I did watch the presser with Caleb Plant and Benavidez. And let me just say this. Um, it was very intense on David Benavidez, and he seems to have a genuine dislike for Caleb Plant. And Caleb Plant seemed a little spooked a little bit. I don't know how much coffee or drinks or anything that David Benavidez had, but he definitely was living up to the name, the Mexican monster that Mike Tyson gave to him. And so I just I don't know. I feel like David Benavidez, and y'all know I love a supportive father in the sport, just in general. But when I see the fathers, right by their sons in the sport of boxing, it just really touches my heart. And I love it. But to see how disrespectful David Benavidez's father has been to Caleb Plant, I personally think it is unnecessary. I think that he's wrong. I think that he owes Caleb Plant an apology. I know that this is boxing, but like Caleb Plant said, David Benavidez's father, liking pictures of, Caleb Plant in the hospital with his daughter and calling them B words. And, that is communication that should be done between the fighters, not the father. The father has absolutely no reason to just go to the extremes like that. It's not necessary. But anyway, with that said, um, at the press conference, Caleb Plant brought up a numerous times, how he's, pretty much had smooth sailing in the sport. He ain't never been busted for, not making weight or coke and things like that, like Benavidez has been. And just taking little jabs at him, which infuriated Benavidez. He calling Caleb Plant the B word, and telling him he gonna put him in a hospital, and he gonna hurt him real bad, he gonna break his face and this and that and the other, and just really living up to the definition of the Mexican monster. You know what I'm saying? And it makes for a very exciting fight. They really are, doing a good job so far at just building this thing up. There was a little debacle at Caleb Plant's you know one of his training camps. They were there going back and forth and fighting. Looked like I seen it on ES News. So there is genuine bad blood between these two, which of course, like I said, makes for a great fight, like we all know, right? Now, it was so intense to where they couldn't even do a proper face off, because personally I feel like they were scared that Benavidez probably was going to try to pull it, which I was scared he was too. And of course that would have forfeited the fight, because I feel like David Benavidez really couldn't control himself. He was just way too hype and just over the top with it, and he was way too anxious to face off with Caleb Plant. So I really felt like he had something off his sleeve and up his sleeve. And like he said, "Oh, I see you at the hotel. You ran like a little bee. You had all your bodyguards. Telling Caleb Plant like that." So I was like, "Wow, he's really trying to get at this man." You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like, this is one of the best things that's going on in boxing right now. I believe Alicia Baumgartner has a fight coming up too, so that is exciting. Um, what else going on? Let's see here. Nothing else really. Um, you know, Errol Spence caught himself poking fun at Terrence Crawford, making a post saying Father Time is undefeated. I guess, towards Terrence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But my thing is, Errol Spence, you cannot age Terrence Crawford out without aging yourself out. You guys are nothing but 3 years apart. That's like saying, so if you're 80 and Terrence Crawford is 83, that's some big difference. It's not. You know what I'm saying? You're acting like you're 21 and Terrence Crawford is 37. That's different. You guys are a few years apart. Father time creeping up on your behind too. Actually, maybe it could possibly be a little faster because you have suffered, um, really bad trauma to your body. Okay, so Terrence Crawford is not showing any signs of slowing down. And as far as in the ring goes, neither is Errol Spence. So, and I mean that, you know, in the ring, as far as in the ring, Errol's not showing any signs of slowing down in the ring only. You know what I'm saying? So, they're both looking good to me. So if anything, Father Time catching up with the both of them. So we not gonna do that. They trying to age him out crap and all of those type of stuff. We not doing that. I'm not going for that. Arrow, they ain't nothing but a few years apart. You can't age one out without aging the other because they pretty much the same age. So let's kill that noise. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. Also, Floyd Mayweather was in the four corner circle, fighting what looks to be the maintenance man. um and yeah, I don't know if we should call that impressive because the person who was in the ring with didn't look too skilled to me. If you would have been in there with somebody who was giving them some work, you know, it would have been impressive. But he, is in there with somebody, which he's, I guess, listen, it's not a real boxing match, so I get it. But if you just trying to show out, if you're going to show out, I personally feel like it should be with somebody who got a little skill so you can outskill somebody with skill and it just make you look a little better. You know what I'm saying? But you know how Floyd get down, so yeah. And that's pretty much all. I don't believe I have anything else. No official announcement for Ryan Garcia and Tate Davis as of yet. And yeah, all is well in the land of boxing and you know, chatty patty shit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all we getting is chatty patty stuff. We not getting the fights. I spend more time talking about what these guys saying about each other than actually being able to report on the actual fight. Because these niggas saying everything but let's fight. So yeah, that's all I got for you tonight. You guys have a blessed one, and I'll see you the next time. Peace.